Hello YouTube, this is Denoxkun speaking once again, aka Denox Anime Review 7 here. Btooom Episode 5 Review. Yes, so we see like a quick flashback from the first 4 episodes that happened, the opening, and then we see Sakamoto and Taira. They were sitting near the riverbank. They were actually starting to eat some soup that they obtained from defeating Kosuke, the Psycho Kid from last episode. Yeah, so Taira got the first sip of that soup, and he was like in tears, and he was happy, and it was like very delicious. And then then Sakamoto was kind of like shy to eat at first, but then he took a little sip, and then like there was a sign saying punishment, a red sign. And then he says, delicious. And you're like, wow. That made no sense, but still. Okay, so basically, Sakamoto and Taira, Taira was thanking Sakamoto greatly. He couldn't take him enough for saving him, after he had that sperm leg. And Sakamoto, he defended him and everything. And then, Taira really, recognized him as someone really kind-hearted, and Sakamoto was saying to his mind that nobody has treated him that nicely or politely before in real life. It seems that Sakamoto was literally a loser in real life. I mean, he didn't have any friends or anything. He was probably hooked on online games all his life then. And yeah, so they basically, officially, they're really good friends. And then we suddenly see in the ocean the body of the fat guy that was molesting Himiko in episode 2. Yeah, he was laying on that. Yeah, he's dead already pretty much. And then Sakamoto noticed something. That there's something ahead, and he used his radar to sense what it was. He knows it was too far away, so he went to check it out. Taira couldn't move, so he told Taira, please do not try to hide from there. It seems that Sakamoto is officially thinking him as a really good friend, someone that he has to protect and all that stuff. So, he's feeling really happy, just like Taira is. Taira, he may look like an unimportant character, but he's actually a very important character and someone that I have a lot of respect for. Okay, so when Sakamoto went to the forest, in the hillside, guess who we see from very, very far away? Himiko. And I believe before that, oh my god, there was a disgusting scene of the corpse of I think it's the corpse of the teacher. The teacher that died along with the hunter and the fat guy that were with Himiko at the time. Yes, and then, when Himiko threw that gas thing all over the forest, it was a humongous smoke bomb that covered a big portion of the forest. And then, censored part, you see that guy's head removed from his corpse. Oh my god. And if it was, yeah, it's not as bad as Elfin Light because they actually censored it. It's not really shown so detailed, but you could kind of see like a lot of flies and worms that were eating his corpse. Ugh. I tell you, this is not for, like I said many times, this anime is not for kids. Kids are gonna get grossed out just by seeing that part. So don't show your kids Btooom. It's healthy. It's even if it's an Xbox 360 720 game. Better yet, because I think it's a few years into the future from here. So, what happens next after all this? Sakamoto encounters Himiko on the hill. And then Himiko got out her grenade that she was about to throw at Sakamoto. But Sakamoto told Himiko that he doesn't want to fight her. He wants to get out the island. He doesn't want to kill anybody. And that he needs her help in order to get there. Then she turned off the bomb, thinking that he's actually telling the truth. And then Sakamoto got closer, reactivated the grenade. Because he thinks that he's gonna go and have his way with her and stuff. And then she threw the grenade, but she had poor aim. Sakamoto actually dodged it pretty easily. And I thought it was a direct hit, but I thought not. So, Sakamoto actually struck towards Himiko. He was trying to take the bag of bombs from her. I'm pretty sure that was his intention, so he could prevent her from actually attacking him, so she could listen him out or something. But, you know, the way that it was portrayed, Himiko did thought that he was going to grab her and rape her, which wasn't the case. But then, you know, getting behind her, she threw another bomb. And then when she was about to do that taser, Sakamoto was literally like, you know, dodging all these tasers and all that stuff, taser attacks from Himiko. And then he remembered that he got taser on his head really bad in episode 3. And it was really horrible. And then we get after that, she knocked Himiko's arm. And I believe, she fainted after that. I don't forgot what was the other thing that happened to her. And then we get his hormones. It was getting out of control, Sakamoto. First, he was taking off all his grenades and all that stuff from her, so to make sure she doesn't wake up and throw bombs at him and stuff like that. And we see like looking at his panties. Oh my god. And when I was there, I was telling Sakamoto, dude, do not do that. Please do not do that. God, no. He almost did it. But he pulled down his skirt. Because if she woke up at that moment, she's not going to have any trust for men after all. Completely. Oh, and that's not the best part. Okay, so Sakamoto actually carries her in his arms and everything. And, you know, winded up back in the forest and all that stuff. She slowly woke up and she took out a hidden bomb for her skirt, which Sakamoto didn't even knew about. 10-second time bomb. And then, you know, of course he said, I want to die while I'm pure. I don't want to be... I'd rather die than to be raped. Just like in episode 2. But then, you know, when the timer hit 1, after, you know, so much suspense, Sakamoto just turned the switch off. And then Himiko started crying. That was pretty touching. And then, you know, they took her back to the camp, meet up with Taira. And she was covered in, you know, blanket and stuff, you know, because it seems like she was getting cold and all that stuff. And then Taira gave Himiko a miso soup. And then Taira addressed to her, you know, he told her he wasn't going to do anything weird to her, nor him, nor Sakamoto. That, you know, I want you to help us, at least, you know, help us get out this island. I'm pretty sure you want to get out this island. Then she said, what's the point of doing that? Because people are hating, you know, what is there... No, isn't anybody... Nobody seems to be waiting for any of those three, to be honest. Taira doesn't know why. Himiko told... well, Sakamoto was wondering why Himiko knew about all this thing. The reason why they're in this island, because there have been people close to him in life that wanted him to disappear because of something really horrible that they did. In Sakamoto's case, he threw a controller near his mom, you know, because he was addicted to the game and she was just thinking for his future. Hey, we get a flashback when Mrs. Sakamoto, you know, Sakamoto's mom, she actually cut her wrist and her blood was staining in the bathtub. His dad came and all that stuff, and you know, he saw her. They were like, you know, comforting each other, and they were sad for each other. And it seemed that these two voted on Sakamoto to disappear. So he realized that after Himiko saying that, yeah, basically his parents doesn't want him anymore. They're glad that he's dead. But, you know, I'm pretty sure that 2 of them are going to leave this island alive. I can't say for the 3rd one, which is Taira. I hope that they all leave, but... well, I'll get to that part right now. So, it was a really sad moment there. Taira does not know exactly what happened, but he said, come to think of it, perhaps... I had a fight with someone last month or something, and That's why someone voted on him to leave. And yeah, that's the thing, you know, like people that are there has people that they were close to him and they rejected them. And they want him to disappear because they did something really bad to them. It's really sad, seriously. Especially for Himiko and Sakamoto. We're not sure about Taira, but we're gonna know next episode. But before that, when they had all those touching moments and they were you know, pretty sad and stuff. I'll tell you one thing. I do not like Sakamoto's mom, but for some reason I don't think that she's bad. Yes, I guess she just wants to help him out, but you know, Sakamoto didn't listen. I'll tell you one thing, Sakamoto used to be an ass to his parents. He actually punched his dad in the face. I don't know why, but there was a flashback doing that. And then in the end, we see like a bunch of giant reptiles. And basically with the radar, they couldn't sense him because they didn't have the radar on them. I believe the radar on the green radar on their hand, their left pawn, yeah, the left hand. This is only for people that has this is only good to attract other people with radar that are moving around. If they stay still, obviously it doesn't sense. It's like episode 4. So the crocodile, I thought it was crocodile, but they're giant reptiles, and you know, Sakamoto got Himiko out of the way. Taira was trying to get out the way, and that's pretty much where the episode ends right there. I almost forgot to tell you too that Taira got the radar from the fat guy that was dead in the water, so he got 2 now. I think Sakamoto has at least one other. So maybe they'll combine radars together. Hopefully they'll be permitted everyone to get out. I don't know. I'd just say the ones that are really bad, yeah, I guess you could kill them. Even though they have no choice. But the ones that are not so bad and they just committed something big and they don't even know what's going on, like Himiko. Yes, Himiko is not to blame for all this, and yet they voted on her to leave. Yeah, they're gonna end up together. Once Himiko knows that that's the same Sakamoto from Btooom, and that's the same Himiko from Btooom as another avatar, yeah, I can see them getting along very well. Looking forward for that relationship. Anyway, that's all I have to say. What do you think about this episode? This episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. It really does have a character development with Sakamoto, with Himiko, and with Taira. Mainly with Sakamoto and Himiko. Because, you know, they used to be like, you know, especially Sakamoto, he used to be like, he doesn't care about life, he just wants to be a game star, he doesn't care about what the parents think, you know, they argue with him, he's just, you know. Well, that's all I have to say. This is gonna be one heck of an episode next episode. Because like I said, I hope this doesn't happen, but I have a feeling that Taira's gonna die. I hope not, but I have a feeling he's gonna die next episode, that he's gonna confess everything that's going on. And then, we see Sakamoto in tears. So, it could be a sign that Taira might die. Himiko, no, she's not gonna die, but Taira, sorry. But, I hope he doesn't die. I hope it's something else why he's crying. And Sakamoto. Take care. Bye.